Good morning, MAB Elementary, Snakes Mental Math Group. I hope you're ready to have your brain stimulated and made stronger because we're going to do some mental math today. Hope you have your paper with you. I have a clipboard. You should have one too for keeping track of your work, and a pencil, and your brain's tuned in for math. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to read the mental math problem to you, just like we would if we were in a quiet room in school. You listen carefully to the problem. You record the problem. You find the solution. Okay, while you're recording, after you hear Mr. T read the problem, hit the pause button on your video while you do your mental work. And then come back and see, and Mr. T will have solved the problem on his whiteboard, and you can see the solution. And if you made a mistake, you'll learn something. And if you got it right, you can give yourself a check. Okay? Just like we do in mental math at MAB in our classroom. So here we go. There are 12 eggs in a carton. As the day goes on, John takes out 2 eggs for breakfast, and Mom uses 4 eggs for custard. How many eggs are left? Pause your video. So here's the solution. And 12 eggs in the carton, so I'm going to put those down up here, 12. We need to know how many are taken out of the carton. Well, John took out 2, and Mom took out 4. So we got to add those together to see how many have been taken out, and that gives us 6. Well, if we had 12 eggs in the carton at the start of the day, and we used 6 of them, we need to know the difference between the 12 we had and the 6 we used, so we got to do subtraction. And there's our equal sign. Now remember, it's really important when you're doing your paperwork to make sure that you line up place values, units and units, and here I've got tens. So can I take 6 units away from 2 units? I cannot, but I can get 10 units right here from that 110, exchange it for 10 units. 12 units, take away 6 units is 6 units. And remember, story problems, you always have to have a word in the answer, and we were looking for eggs. Hope you got it right. If you didn't, you'll learn something. And we're going on to our next problem. There were 60 pieces of china in Grandma's china set. Of these, 9 were broken, but she was able to replace 7 of them. How many pieces are in the set now? Well, there were 60 pieces to start with. You guys freeze and go ahead and do that math. 60 pieces to start with, 9 were broken, and 7 were replaced. How many does she have? Freeze the video. Mr. T's solution. We have 60 pieces in Grandma's set. Now, she broke 9, or somebody broke 9, right? But she replaced 7 of them, 7. So we need to know the difference between those two numbers because 9 were lost and she got 7 to replace them. So in the end, there were only 2 pieces that were lost. She had 60 originally, so we have to find the difference between the 60 she had and the 2 that are lost after she made the replacements of the broken pieces. And we have a subtraction problem. And it's a problem because we can't take 2 units away from 0 units, can we? But I can get some 10s from here. That leaves me, some units from here. That leaves me with 5 10s. 10 units, take away 2 units is 8 units. 5 10s, take away, got nothing there to take away, is 5. So Grandma now has 58 pieces of china in her set. See how Mr. T did it? If you got it right, give yourself a check. If you got it wrong, think about what you need to do it right. The garden held 63 new plants, springtime gardens. Of these, 23 were hibiscus and 12 were rose bushes. How many other plants were there in the garden? I'll read it again. The garden held 63 new plants. Of these, 23 were hibiscus and 12 were rose bushes. How many other plants were there? So freeze the video and then do your work. And when you come back, Mr. T will have the solution for you. So So the garden had 63 new plants, so we're going to put that down here at the top. And we need to know how many were hibiscus? Well, there were 23. Hibiscus is a flower, right? And how many rose bushes? Well, there were 12. So these are the flowering plants in the garden. 3 units and 2 units. We got to add them together to see how many flowering plants there were. And there were 5 units. 2 and 1 is 3. So there were 35 flowering plants. But we had 63 plants in total. So I have to find the difference here. I have to take 35 away from the 63 that we had. Now, can I take 5 units away from 3 units? I cannot. So that's 5. That becomes 10 units. 13, take away 5 units is 8 units. 5 tens, take away 3 tens is 2 tens. So there are 28 plants that are not the flowers. Hope you did well. If you didn't get it right, you learned. And that's why we're here, to learn and practice our mental math. All right, this will be our last problem for the day. There are 250 math problems in the Math Facts book. Jay completed 75 the first week. She completed 95 the second week. How many problems does she have left? 250 problems in the Flash Facts book. 75 Jay did the first week, and the second week she did 95. So how many does she have left to do? Freeze the video, and you work out the problem. Now here's Mr. T's solution. There are 250 problems in the math book. We need to find out how many Jay did. Well, 1 week Jay did 75, and the next week she did 95. So we got to add those together to get the sum of how many problems she's done. 5 and 5 units is 10 units. 10 units, got to exchange the 10 units for 1 10. 7 and 1 is 8, and 9 is 17 tens. Okay. So Jay has read 170 pages, and there was 250 pages in the book. So we're going to find the difference. And remember, units and units, tens and tens, hundreds and hundreds. 0 take away 0 is 0. Can I take 7 tens away from 5 tens? I cannot, but I can get 10 tens there. 15 tens take away 7 tens is 8 tens. And 100 take away 100 is 0 hundreds. Whoa, should I put that 0 there? Read that number. 0 80? Nah, you never have to put a 0 at the beginning of your number because it's not holding any place value, is it? That 0 there has to be there because that's the unit's place value, and we have 0 of them. So that's our mental math for the day. I'll see you guys in Snake's Mental Math next Monday. Have a good week. Mr. T out.